Well, I would ask you to think back a little bit. Have we been here before? There was a civil war, wasn't it?
Yes.
At its core, it was about hate, wasn't it? Wasn't that the point? We got through it. There was another war. I know something about that because my dad served in it. 1941, Pearl Harbor happened. I think he was 24. Okay? So, my dad was the son of immigrants, 24 years old, working for the U.S. Postal Service, out of high school, and Pearl Harbor happens, he volunteered. Son of immigrant, his country, he volunteered. And he ends up serving in the Pacific little island called Kwajalein, but he wasn't the only one. His little brother was an artillery spotter in Germany, in the forest in Germany. Anybody know what an artillery spotter is? That's the person who's in between both lines with shells flying over your head and is praying that neither side gets you, even though your side ain't trying, it can happen, right? That's where he was. My dad, his little brother, had all his cousins, and they had a bunch of future brothers-in-law. They also served. And not all of them came home. But the ones who did paid a price. What was that price? Jungle rot, hearing loss, shell shock. That's what they called it. We now call it PTSD. They paid a price. 400,000 plus Americans died in that war, fighting hate, protecting democracy. That's what they did. And you now have a president whose grandfather, an immigrant, was arrested marching with the Ku Klux Klan in New York because he was such an exceptional member of that march, which was a very large march, that he distinguished himself to the point of being arrested with a few others in a crowd of thousands. Okay? And that president has been endorsed 2 times by the Ku Klux Klan. That is what you have in Washington, D.C. right now. If that makes you sad, then cut it out. Because haters lose. Haters lose. Haters divide. I gotta tell you, I don't even like podiums because they separate us. I don't even like being up here because, I mean, we're not any better than you. There's no reason why we should be standing higher than you. These people are all about that. They are all about hate. They are all about division. They are all about getting you to turn on somebody else instead of asking you to turn to them. And yes, we can stand up to that. Yes, we will stand up to that. These white supremacists want a replay of the Civil War. So sorry, you're not getting it. That's not going to happen. Some of these, how shall I put it, fascist adjacent people on the right can't figure out which was the right side of World War II. I think I got it figured out. I don't think it's that hard. Here is the reality. There's a whole lot of us. They might have a whole lot of dollars, but there's a whole lot of us. And there's not a whole lot of them. And I am telling you, I know, I absolutely know in my heart of hearts, we're going to win. We're going to win big. We're going to do it together. We're going to stand up together. And we are going to make sure that even a lawless president, which is what he is, even a president who thinks you can scribble words on a piece of paper and rewrite the Constitution, which is what he is, we are going to make sure that his little plan to take over America fails, that his little plan to turn a democracy into a monarchy, that his little plan to be a wannabe dictator surrounded by wannabe oligarchs, we are going to make very, very, very sure that like all those other haters in the Civil War and the Second World War, we're going to make very sure that these haters lose.
That's right.